Good morning. I'd like to welcome the management for Emerald Medical. My name is Malith. I am in charge of the HR department, and I will be conducting the presentation today. Um, I'll give you a bit of an overview and an explanation of how we'll be running the specialized elderly care center and how we'll go about training the nurses. But before I get into that, I'll talk to you a little bit about the theoretical model that we'll be applying. It's called the 70-20-10 model. It's a commonly used formula within the training profession. It's used to describe optimal sources of learning for successful managers. It holds that that individual 70% of knowledge that people have, they gain it from just through experiences, by seasoned life experiences. The 20% that they gain is from interacting with their peers, and the 10%, the last 10% is gained from formal types of learning, from books and courses. This model, it was created in the 1980s. It was by a group of American researchers called Morgan McCall, Michael Lombardo, Robert Eichner in Northern Carolina. It's considered to be of great value, and it's used as a general guideline for organizations that seek to maximize the effectiveness of their teams. The creators of the model, they held that the hands-on experience, it has the it's the most beneficial, and because it gives them the ability to be able to make quick decisions and address challenges. And employees of the 20% model, they learn through social learning, coaching, mentoring, and just collaborating with their peers. The 10%, they learn it from from very traditional kind of courses and like universities and TAFE. Now that I've spoken to you about the theoretical side of it, I'll talk to you now more the practical, the aspects of the clinic that's going to come up. The objective and the scope of the training program will last for 12 months. It offers a pathway for a group of nurses to gain and sharpen their skills. It'll be at the medical center here. Because the trainers will be sourced from within the organization, we won't be hiring no external consultants, only from within the company. $10,000 will be enough for the training. They've already been educated they've already have degrees in tertiary education within primary care, so they wouldn't require too much time to train, and so the process will be a little bit more simplified as a result. We won't be starting from scratch in that regard. The only required teaching materials will be just again, just the teaching materials, and the training will be conducted on site at a facility hereby. And the issue that we've identified would be motivation would sort of dip off towards the end, but that would be all. The hired nurses, they've only been hired on a part-time basis, so that is a bit of an issue, because they've actively engaged in other environments, other jobs. It does reduce their own energy levels. Their competencies, however, are not as instrumental as they are in the care of elderly people. The desires of elderly care people seeking care from the facility are different from general patients who seek general medical help. There is a competency gap that exists between nurses and patients. The competency gap cannot be extended on the side of the clients. The training process will therefore be required to address the competency gap, where the nurses must learn the desires and needs of new customers and how to address them. So training will be the very first intervention that happens. This will require about 3 months of their time. The nurses will be trained together, so it keeps them cohesive as a team. The training will be paid, and it will be conducted by senior nurses who have been working with us for many years. The training will take place at the facility, where the nurses will be required to focus on the patients under observation of the established nurses. The process will only involve teaching and mentoring, and hence the next step will be mentoring after the training. The mentoring process requires some time for full transition to happen, and hence the process may take longer than the actual training of the course. Thank you. That'll be it from me today. I hope you flight back to Perth. Thank you.